Hare Krishna, everyone. We welcome our YouTube Live and Facebook Live listeners today to the Adivas of the Purushottam month. So we are waiting for our Zoom listeners as well to join. So today we will discuss about the glories of Shri Purushottam month. It's starting tomorrow in US, which is 17th, and 18th in India.
Some places in the US, it is starting even today. It has started even today. So,
We'll start with the invocation prayers.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanatha Swami Niti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaurakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Again, we welcome all of our listeners over YouTube Live, over Facebook Live, and our listeners over Zoom. We welcome all of you to this session, very special session on, it's like Adivas. Adivas means that on the eve of Purushottam, of eve of a festival, like Janmashtami, when we have Janmashtami, the day before Janmashtami is celebrated as Adivas. So it's like preparing our mind, our consciousness to welcome that particular day. So in this case, we are going to prepare our consciousness in order to welcome this entire month of Shri Purushottam Adhika Mas.
So we'll speak about some of the glories of Purushottam Adhika Mas, some special pastimes of the glories of Purushottam month. One time, long ago, Narad Muni, he reached to Badrikashram, which is also one of the places that we will visit during the Purushottam month during our virtual parikrama. Badrikashram, very near Badrinath, which is even above Badrinath in the Himalayas. It's the very end of the border of India in one sense. There are two large mountains, Nara and Narayan mountains, are named after Naranarayan rishis, the incarnation of Arjuna and Krishna in one sense. And so Narad Muni, he approached Narayan Rishi, and there was the river Alaknanda, which was flowing down from the lotus feet of Narayan Rishi. Badrikashram is the place where Vyasadeva resides. Badrikashram is also the place where Madhvacharya went and attained enlightenment from Srila Vyasadeva himself. So this river Alaknanda was flowing down from the lotus feet of Narayan Rishi. And so Narada paid his obeisances to Narayan and said, O Lord of all the demigods, of all the devatas, you are an ocean of mercy. You are the master of the creation. You're all truthful. You have the essence of all the truths. So I'm praying to you, please, my obeisances unto you. This shows how we should be praying to the Lord. First, before praying anything, we must glorify the Lord first. So then he said, in this material world, all of these living entities that we see, they are so much engaged in sense gratification, they've forgotten what is the ultimate goal of life. So please explain how things can be helpful for both householders and for sages alike in the renounced order. Something that will help all of us attain self realization and go back home, back to Godhead. So, hearing these wonderful, sweet words, Lord Narayan smiled.
And Lord Narayan then told Narad Muni, he said, My dear Narada, please listen to narrations about the supremely pious pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, because they have the potency of diminishing all sinful reactions. So, Narada, you already know. You already know all the activities of the Supreme Lord. But for the benefit of others, you are asking me about it again. So now I will tell you something about this Purushottama Mas, this Purushottam month. I will tell you something. Because this month is so potent that it grants not only all material happiness, but it also qualifies one to return back home, back to Godhead at the end of their life. At the end of this life, if we follow Purushottam month sincerely with devotion, it has the potency to take us back home, back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan at the end of this life. This is the potency of this month. So Narad Muni immediately inquired, My dear Lord, I have heard about Kartik. I have heard about Chaitra. I have heard about Vaishak. All these months are very auspicious, but I've not heard about this Purushottam month. What is this, O Kripa Sindhu? O Karuna Sindhu, please, can you tell me what is this Purushottam month? What should I do in this month? What should I be actually performing? What should I chant? And who should I worship? What kind of fasting should I observe in this month? Please tell me everything in detail, my dear Lord. So then Lord Narayan started speaking.
He said that I'm going to tell you something which was actually explained by Lord Krishna to Maharaj Yudhishthir. This is Narayan Rishi telling Narada that I will tell you what Krishna told Yudhishthir Maharaj. One time when Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, he had lost everything, his empire, his palace, even his chaste wife Draupadi he had lost because she was insulted by Dushasan in front of the whole royal assembly. And when Dushasan tried to strip Draupadi naked, she was saved from such a dangerous situation by Krishna himself, Lord Krishna himself. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj, along with his brothers and wife, left his kingdom and lived in a forest known as Kamyaka forest. So Narayan Rishi continues that Lord Krishna, he visited the Pandavas in that forest, Kamyaka forest. And all of the Pandavas, including Draupadi, they were very happy. Wow, the Lord has come here. No one comes to see us, and it's directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead here. And they forgot all of their pain in the forest immediately. Then they felt very enriched just by taking Krishna's darshan. They paid their obeisances, and Lord Krishna, he felt very upset, not because of Pandava, but with seeing how miserable the Pandavas were living. And at the same time, he became very angry at Duryodhan. This Lord Krishna, feeling angry at Duryodhan for seeing what his devotees are going through. Krishna is a person. He has feelings. He's not a rock who will just say, okay, yeah, you should just, this is what you just think you deserved it. No, he said that, but he said that with so much empathy and compassion. And he became very angry. And he said, I'm going to destroy the whole universe. And the Pandavas became very fearful. They said, oh my Lord, very humbly, they said, please, please don't, please calm down. And so listening to these humble prayers, of especially of Arjuna, the Lord then composed himself. And he said, Arjuna, I'm very pleased because I'm pleased with all of you. And because I'm practically controlled by your devotion and your friendship towards me, I will now tell you about the history of the Purushottam month. You need to listen to this. Just by listening, you will feel hope, and you will know I'm giving you a practical advice. He said, Arjuna, one time, because of the arrangement of providence, an extra month came to this world. And everyone took this month to be most inauspicious. They even saw it like a stool-like month, like Malamasa. Mala means stool. Malamas, it used to be called. Just like one should not touch stool, similarly, this month was also seeming to be untouchable. It was unprotected. This month was being blasphemed. It was rejected by everyone. And because it was an improper time for any religious and auspicious activities, there was certain time for every month. But for this month, there is no time, there's no auspicious thing, and it was a reject in one sense, just like the Pandavas were feeling.
So then we can try to understand what was the condition, the mental condition of this Malamas, this extra month. She was really feeling so rejected. No one was ready to give her shelter. No one was ready to even speak good words. No one was even wanting to look at the extra month. They were all considering this extra month to be worthless, to be useless, unworthy. So she was, very, very remorseful. She was so much in tears. She came to Vaikuntha, to the audience of Lord Narayan. And she saw Lord Vishnu and she said, Hey Karuna Sindhu, I have come to you. I am your Sharanagata. You have created me, but I am being rejected and blasphemed by the people in this world. So please, please protect me. Give me your mercy, my Lord. So this, saying these words, the Malamas was crying, crying, crying. And she just sat down crying in front of Lord Vishnu. And then Lord Vishnu told her, but my dear month, please, please do not lament. I shall give you, all kinds of protection. Please stop crying. Please, you've come to Vaikuntha. Kunta means misery. And Vai means no. So this is a place of no miseries. So you cannot, don't cry. So then she was being consoled by the Lord in this way. And she just started speaking, "But my Lord, what am I supposed to do? I don't even know what is the purpose of my existence." So, the Malamas just kept saying, "I want to die. I want to die. There's no use of me to live. I just want to die." And then, just by saying like this, she immediately just fainted in front of, at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. She fainted. And when Lord Vishnu saw that Malamas had fainted like this, he immediately called upon Garuda. And Garuda immediately came, and with his wings, he started fanning the Malamas. And after some time, she immediately got up and she said, "Please, please, I'm in need of your shelter. My Lord, please protect me." And then Malamas said, "Oh, my dear child, please don't lament. All of your miserable conditions will be finished very soon, because I am going to take you to the person who has actually created you. So come with me. Come with me to Goloka Vrindavan." Saying this, Lord Vishnu caught hold of Malamas's hand and took her all the way to Goloka Vrindavan. And from a distant place, from a far distant place itself, Lord Vishnu and the Malamas observed the bright brilliance of the effulgence of Goloka Vrindavan Dham. They were not able to, look properly because they were getting dazzled by the effulgence coming from Goloka Vrindavan Dham. And then Krishna was there. So Lord Vishnu entered into Goloka Vrindavan with Malamas. And then, Krishna was there, and Lord Vishnu made Malamas offer her obeisances at the lotus feet of Krishna. Although she was crying even at that time. And then immediately Krishna said, "Hey, Vishnu, who is this? Why is she crying? She's here in Goloka Vrindavan. Why is she crying here?" And that time, Lord Vishnu explained everything. Lord Vishnu was just standing there, that this is the Malama. She doesn't know why she's being created. So, after explaining everything about the Malamas, Lord Vishnu just remained standing with folded hands in front of Lord Krishna. This is the position of even Lord Vishnu himself in front of the supreme primeval Lord Sri Krishna. Lord Vishnu was standing with folded out hands.
So then, after some time, Lord Vishnu took his seat, and Krishna, he spoke something very confidential. And he said, Lord Purushottama, Krishna himself, he said, "Vishnu, you have done something wonderful by bringing this Malamas here, because now you will become even more famous by performing this act. You have accepted this Malamas, I will also accept her because of that. And I'll make this extra month, this poor extra month, just like me, in quality, in fame, in opulence, in realization, in success, in giving benediction to devotees. This month will be exactly like me." And because this month has been, this abused month, now given my benediction, my qualities, I will marry this month, and it'll be named after me. This month will no longer be called Malamas, extra month. This will be called Purushottam month in this world.
Haribo, Purushottam Mas ki jai.
So now she has my qualities, so I will become her protector. I will become the husband of this Purushottam month. She is equal to me in all respects. And this month will be the master of all the months. It'll become worshipful. Everyone should pay obeisances to this month, and it's equally powerful as me. And it'll give, fulfill everyone's desire. In fact, one who worships this month, there is a special benediction that I will give, that all their past sinful reactions will be destroyed. And after enjoying a blissful life in this material world, They will return back home, back to Godhead. This is in Padma Purana, Krishna himself telling Lord Vishnu about the benedictions that he is giving to Malamas, to Purushottam Mas. And then he tells, O Garuda Dhvaja, Garuda Dhvaja is Vishnu himself. You know what? My Goloka Vrindavan, very, very difficult. People perform austerities, they cannot attain it. They engage in auspicious activities, they cannot attain it. They maintain celibacy, still they don't maintain it. They fast for their whole life to attain Goloka Vrindavan, still they don't. But just by observing Purushottam month, becoming a devotee, one can easily cross this ocean. They'll be able to return back home, back to Godhead. It is the best of austerities to observe fast during Purushottam month. And so, but there is also a downside to it. Someone who is so unfortunate and ignorant that that person does not perform any japa, or if that person does not give any charity, does not pay respects to the Lord and his devotees, does not behave properly to the brahmanas, one who makes enmity with others and who blasphemes this Purushottam month, will go to hell. For how long? For an unlimited period. So we should be careful not to blaspheme this Purushottam month and not to have faith in this Purushottam month. We should not do that. Then Krishna said, unless he performs devotional service to this in this Purushottam month, I will consider his devotional service incomplete. All people who have the human form of life, they must perform some devotional service in this Purushottam month, especially three things. Either by taking bath in the holy river, not either, by taking bath in the holy river, by worshipping me, which is Sri Krishna, by chanting his holy names, and by giving charity. Bath, holy name, charity. This is three most essence of this particular month. And then one who follows this in this Purushottam month in a very, very faithful way, he will attain fame, opulence, good progeny in this life, enjoying happy life. He goes back home, back to God. This is the third time he's saying the same thing. And so he said, everyone should do this. Take this Purushottam month with you, my dear Lord, and go to your Vaikuntha abode. Take this Purushottam month to your Vaikuntha abode.
So then, after narrating, Krishna himself is speaking this to the Pandavas, about his own history, how Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu came to Krishna himself. And so Krishna narrated all of this to Maharaj Yudhishthir and the Pandavas. So after hearing about this, Yudhishthir, Maharaj Yudhishthir, Draupadi, and all of them, Krishna, then he just glanced at the Pandavas very, very mercifully, and he began speaking to Arjuna. Krishna said to Arjuna that, my dear Arjuna, can you now understand the reason why you Pandavas are suffering? Krishna asked. That you did not acknowledge or honor the presence of the Purushottam month, which has just recently finished. Recently means 3 years ago it had finished. So they were in the forest and the Pandavas did not observe the Purushottam month. So Krishna is saying, you rejected, you actually neglected to offer worship to the Purushottam month. So that's why you are suffering. You have been following the ritualistic principles which have been given to you by Vyasadeva. But unless, Krishna is saying this, please listen very attentively. Krishna is saying, but unless you worship Purushottam month, you cannot perform any kind of devotional service and you cannot get any kind of relief from your sufferings. So then Krishna continued and Krishna said, I'm going to tell you something very, very interesting, my dear Pandavas, that this is about It concerns about the previous life of Draupadi. So, Draupadi, in her previous life, Krishna is saying this in front of Draupadi. He is telling, this is how Krishna says that I am the knower of the past, present, and future. So, Krishna in front of Draupadi is telling about Draupadi's previous life. So then Krishna said, so listen very carefully. In her previous life, Draupadi was she was born to a great Brahmana sage called as Medhavi. And Draupadi's mother died when she was a small child, and her father was not getting her married. And she was like, really, she would see her friends getting married, everyone getting married. And then after some time, her father also left his body, and she was left practically an orphan. She didn't have an elder brother. She didn't have any other relatives whom she could turn to. So then Durvasa Muni came to visit Draupadi in that previous life.
And this made the daughter of Medhavi Rishi more miserable. But so Durvasa Muni came shortly after her father's death, and seeing this, the girl paid obeisances. She offered flowers and fruits to the sage, to Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni was very happy, very pleased. And at that time, she started lamenting and crying. And so Durvasa Muni said, why? What happened? Why are you crying? So this Brahmana girl, she said, my, oh great saint Durvasa Muni, you know everything, the past, the present, the future. Now I've lost all my relatives. I have no shelter in this world. My parents have passed away. I have no elder brother. I'm unmarried. So there is no one to protect me in that sense. So great sage Durvasa Muni, please do something. Please help me. Give me some advice how I can relieve from this miserable condition. So after listening to this, Durvasa Muni, he meditated and thought for a while on this unfortunate condition of the girl. And he said, I will show mercy to her. And Durvasa Muni began to speak. My dear beautiful girl, 3 months from now, the most auspicious Purushottam month is going to come. This sacred month is very, very dear to Lord Krishna. If someone takes a bath in a holy river in this month, a man or woman, they become completely sinless. This Purushottam month is more glorious than all the other months. So all of our other months, including, it says, Kartik month, more glorious. All of the glories of this month is not even equal to 1/16th of the glories of Purushottam month. And one who takes bath in the holy river even once in this month is equal to taking bath in the Ganges for 12,000 years. Same merit is given. And then he said, take holy bath, give in charity, and chant the holy name of Krishna. Again, these three things Durvasa Muni repeated to this Brahmana girl. If you do this, all your miseries will go away. You will attain all kinds of perfection. All your desires will be fulfilled. And then you will go back home, back to Godhead. Don't forget to worship this forthcoming month. So this Brahmana girl was listening. But unfortunately, this Brahmani girl did not believe Durvasa Muni's words. Rather, she became angry. She started blaspheming. Oh, great sage, I thought you were such a great sage. You are lying? How could this extra month, which is known as the Malamasa, this is extra. How can it be superior than other great months? The Magha month, the Vaishakha month, Kartik month. How can you even say that? I can't believe your words. You are trying to cheat me. This extra month, this Malamas is known to be worse. This is extra. No pious activities can be done. When Durvasa Muni heard this, already he gets very angry. His whole body started shaking and burning. His eyes became red. But then he controlled himself because this was the daughter of his friend, Medhavi Rishi. And she words, I am not going to curse you because your father was a good friend, but you cannot understand the Shastric conclusion. I will choose to ignore your offense against me, but I cannot and should not tolerate these offenses against the Purushottam month. So in your next life, You will reap the results. That's all I'm going to tell you. And then Durvasha Rishi hurriedly he left this place to perform the service to Lord Krishna.
And then saying this, then Krishna told Arjuna that when Durvasa Muni left the place, this Brahmin girl, she became very afraid that, what have I done? Have I really committed such a big offense? And because of this offense to Purushottam month, it is said that she immediately lost all her beauty. She started looking very ugly and she lost all her bodily effulgence. And she then decided to worship Lord Shiva, who is Ashutosh, be very, very easily pleased. And then Lord Shiva, she performed very, very, deep austerities, very difficult austerities she performed. And at the end of that, Lord Shiva immediately appeared. And then to Lord Shiva, she was crying in front of Lord Shiva and she said, my dear Lord Shiva, I am in great misery. I don't have any protector. I don't have any protector. Please give me a husband. 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 She said it 5 times because she was in so much misery. So then Lord Shiva said, okay, so you have asked me 5 times for a husband. I bless you that you will have 5 husbands. And she said, oh, that's not what I asked. I don't want 5 husbands. I just want one. I said, well, you asked 5 times. You will get 5 husbands. And this will be a part of your offense to Purushottam month. So then it is explained that, in due course of time, after Lord Shiva gave her that benediction, Krishna explained that due to the will of providence, she then left her body, that Brahman girl, and then she got her, birth as the daughter of King Drupada. And then, because, Krishna said that she took shelter as Draupadi took shelter of me. She remembered me during her distress time. Therefore, when she was being insulted in the Kuru assembly, because she called out to me lovingly, I came and protected her. I forgave the offense that she committed towards Purushottam month. And I came and gave her my shelter and protected her. Then Krishna continued to say that, but the fact that she's suffering with all of you is because of the result of that neglect and that offense to Purushottam month that Draupadi has also done. So therefore, my dear Pandavas and my dear Draupadi, Purushottam month is coming. Before the end of your 14 years of exile, there is this Purushottam month is coming. So don't miss this opportunity. Nicely worship Purushottam month with all devotion. Offer a lamp, worship, render devotional service. That is the first thing. Take bath in the auspicious river, in the holy river, and give in charity. So these 3 things, Krishna said that please follow the Purushottam month and you will be again very, very glorious. You will all fame, victory will come to you. And most importantly, I will be established as your Lord and Master for all eternity. And you will then return back home, back to Godhead. So saying like this, Lord Krishna then left from the forest of the Pandavas.
And then when Purushottam month appeared after a few days, Maharaj Yudhishthir, he reminded his young brothers and his wife Draupadi, remember the words of Lord Krishna? And they followed the instructions that the Lord had given. They worshipped Purushottam month that Lord Krishna had said. And the merit that they achieved as a result of that, by performing this Purushottam Vrata, they regained their lost kingdom. And after they enjoyed a happy life, they returned back home, back to Godhead by the grace of Sri Purushottam Sri Krishna. Bhagavan ki jai.
Jai. So this is the Purushottam month's glories. So therefore we request all the devotees to, and the most important thing that Srila Prabhupada has said regarding this month is that devotees are already engaged, in performing some kind of service or the other. They're already engaged in taking bath every day. They are, if we are in not near a holy place, then we are, when we take shower every day, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj says that take water in your hand when we are taking shower and say, chant loudly 3 times, Ganga, 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 and then you take bath. It is equivalent to taking bath in the Ganges. So, taking bath, devotees anyways do. Then worshipping Krishna, devotees do that by offering lamp every day. They're anyways doing it. And offering charity. So, more important than us continuing it to render these services, it is also important to give some new souls an opportunity to participate and get the mercy during this time. This is the spiritual sale going on. Krishna is extremely merciful. Even a little service that is done during this month does not go unnoticed. So the home program, so we have various opportunities that we have for service during this month. So as you all know, the calendar has been sent to all of you regarding the Zoom home visits. So please reserve your slots, and once you reserve your slots, we will send you the unique Zoom ID. And once you receive the Zoom ID, we request you, please share it with your neighbors who are absolutely new to spiritual life. Share it with them. Tell them that this is just a simple way that to receive blessings. There is so much, everyone is in a difficult pandemic situation. The world is a chaotic place today. So everyone wants to receive blessings in some way or the other. So this is a wonderful opportunity to reach out to new people. That please use this Zoom link to join this call at this particular time, which for the home visits we are saying, which is your private program. So when we come to visit your home, you can have your friends, your neighbors with you on the Zoom call, and you can tell us beforehand what kind of crowd you're expecting.
Yes, and we will be able to tailor our presentation of just 20 minutes according to the audience. If they are very new, they don't know anything about Krishna, they don't know anything about Krishna consciousness, we will be very sensitive and make sure that we speak in such a way that it inspires them in spiritual life. There are many different ways that one can be inspired in spiritual life, in chanting the holy name. We can conduct some mantra meditation for them right there. If you are facilitating that mantra meditation for your friends, not only are you benefited, your friends would also be benefited, and more than that, you will get
The credit.
the credit and special mercy from the Purushottam month, which is so dear to Lord Krishna, and from Lord Krishna himself. So make sure this is the month where you can make so many people begin their Krishna consciousness. So we request do that, and let us know the audience in advance. If it's a mixed devotees and new people, we can still cater our presentation accordingly. It is not that we will be sticking only to one format, which is telling the glories of Purushottam month. We can glorify we can engage. The whole idea is to engage people in devotional service. It's not so, even if they don't know the glories of the month, we don't have to tell them the glories of the month. We will be telling them different ways in which they can be inspired. So this is a month that you can facilitate to start someone's spiritual life. All of us, let us have a goal that at least one person, one new person, we will introduce in this month to Krishna consciousness in some way or the other. If you would, at the end, we are working on a way that we can actually, for these new people, if the hosts, because it says in this month, we must take baths in the holy river, chant the holy name, and give charity. What better charity than the charity of transcendental knowledge that is there in Srila Prabhupada's books? Charity of knowledge is the highest. And if the hosts would like to sponsor some books of Srila Prabhupada to your friends, then we can arrange for those books to be shipped to their house,
To
even
their
to
address.
their address. If you're willing to share their address, we can actually ship the book to their address, or we
Or,
can ship the book to your address,
yeah.
and you can personally present it to your friends, and thereby you can also help in the charity of transcendental knowledge. Please, Purushottam month, please, Srila Prabhupada, please, Lord Krishna. And In fact, I was also introduced to Krishna consciousness because of one of the devotees giving Bhagavad Gita to my mother in charity. So I'm actually a living proof of how this thing actually works, how Srila Prabhupada's books, they can reach out to people who are in need for spiritual knowledge, in search of spiritual knowledge. Sometimes these books are just $1. Sometimes Bhagavad Gita is $10, $8. Science of Realization is $5. Just by sponsoring for $40, $50, you can benefit 8, 10 of your friends, or maybe one friend may want multiple books. So take this advantage, and if you sponsor this, we will arrange to ship to their address or to your address, and we all can participate in this uh, act of charity of
Haribo.
transcendental knowledge in this month, Purushottam month, and introduce new people to Krishna consciousness.
So, in the private home programs, which you will reserve over the calendar, you choose your slot over the calendar. This program is for all of you that we just talked about. That please call new people in these programs. Invite your neighbors, invite your friends to come and join. And this time slot, which is 7:30 p.m. Central Time, which is 6 a.m. India time, and 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. This time from tomorrow onwards, we will be performing virtual parikrama.
And we'll start with the Navadvip Mandal Parikrama tomorrow. And then for 10 days will be Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. Next few days would be the Shri Kshetra or Purushottam Kshetra or Jagannath Puri Dham Parikrama. Different pastimes of Lord Jagannath, places of pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. And then after that will be the Badrinath Parikrama. So
So,
please join us in the parikrama, continue, and the personal home visits would be on times that are slots that are given in the calendar, in the link that is sent on the WhatsApp groups, on times which are other than this 7:30 to 7:30 p.m. Central Time.
so this time we will be doing this virtual yatra. And Krishna Chaitanya, excuse me, if you join us over Zoom, you can even partake of the opportunity to see the different slides, the presentations, and that way you will really see that how you're going from one place to the other, finding out, taking darshan of the different deities, finding about the glories of that particular place. So all of this you can envision through these parikramas. So this is what we have for all of you. In yes, we can arrange for books in India too. If you would like to, then we can arrange for books in India too. From your local temples, we can do that. Or, to ship them from Mayapur, we can do that. So anything. And also the home programs, we can also do language based. Like some devotees are requesting us to speak in Hindi. Some devotees have requested us to speak in some South Indian languages. We are not that fluent in some South Indian languages, but yes, one or two we are kind of fluent.
In
So
Kannada, in
in Kannada,
Telugu, little
Telugu,
bit.
not so fluent, but we can give it a try.
Bangla program
And
we can
we can do
do,
Bengali
and
programs
English, of course.
in English and Hindi. So we can customize based on what you want. We can customize the programs for you. So please do take this opportunity, and let's make this as a joint effort to glorify Lord Purushottam in this most glorious Purushottam month, and another wonderful opportunity that we all have to serve the holy name during this particular month. The first week of this month, which is starting from tomorrow, we have this opportunity
where you can become the ambassador of the holy name of the Lord from 17th to 24th, Thursday to Thursday. It's a great opportunity for all the devotees. Just log on to fortunate-people.com. Again, fortunate-people.com, and become the ambassador for the Holy Name Week. Take some short videos of new people chanting Hare Krishna. And if you're inspired, you can do it, and take short videos of people saying, I dedicate this chant for world peace and love. That's all. And then they should say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Just a
Just this
30-second
30
video.
second massive video, and upload it on fortunate-people.com. And let's make sure that the servers are there to the servers don't crash.
Yesterday night we were having a meeting, and we were thinking that we should everyone around the world, if they participate, we hope that their servers don't crash. But anyways, but please do participate in this World Holy Name Week for
And
world peace and love.
Kasturi Manjari Mataji has sent a wonderful message. She has sent a link for the app, the FP-ambassadors, fortunate people, fp-ambassadors.com/app. Please download this app, record your kirtan or japa, and upload it.
It's so simple. So please do this, and please encourage new people to do this, just for world peace, and love, and ask them to say the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and please upload. Please spread the word around, and let's see from this Bhakti Mellows group how many videos can we have. Please message us personally that, okay, you did this, this is our assignment for this 1 week. Let us see how many messages we get. And on the 24th of September, we will share the names of all the people who have themselves done it, and they have also inspired others to do it. So let's take this as a challenge and as a service, and let's do and reach out to new people.
This is the Purushottama month challenge for the first 1 week of Purushottama. Once you start, things that are started well almost always end well. So let's start this Purushottam month with this challenge, and then we will proceed further to introduce new people. And Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, his only purpose of appearance was to introduce new people to Krishna consciousness, to flood this world with the mercy of the love of God. And he said, I'm just alone. How can I distribute all these fruits? I need all of you. Look, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu is inspiring all of us. If we have received something, if you feel that you have received something from Srila Prabhupada, from Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then it is your duty. It is our duty to spread this to as many people as we know, and not be selfish by keeping it with ourselves. So let's use this Purushottam month opportunity to, whatever preaching we do, it'll be glorified multiple times. Let's get up and take this Purushottam month challenge.
Hari Bol. So with this, we open the floor for any comments, questions. Otherwise, we'll end the session here. But any questions or any comments, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead, Mataji. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Mataji, this is Meena. Actually, yesterday I just enrolled for that campaign on September 26th. When I will get, Mataji, this Zoom link?
If you can just personally message me, if you want the Zoom link early, just message me and I can send it over to you immediately.
But otherwise, we will send it.
Maybe around 1 or 2 days before is when we generally send it. But if you want the Zoom link early, please message me, and then we can send it to you, early enough for you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, Mataji, my daughter had a question and then I had a question too.
Okay.
I had a question that is it true that Draupadi was an avatar of Sachi Devi, Indra's wife?
You know what? I have heard that. But there is no shastric reference to that. I mean, if you sometimes pull it up on Wikipedia, that's what it says sometimes. But there is not sure. I'm not sure. But in Wikipedia, it does say that she is the wife of Indra. But I'm not really sure.
Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you, Beta.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, as you mentioned that is charity is good too. So besides the book charity or any kind of like a holy books charity, is there any other kind of charity like described in the books?
Yes, charity that is given to brahmanas. Charity in the mode of, like, we just finished Gita Rahasya. So in there, charity in the mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness is described. So, but charity in the transcendental mode is that when we give charity for the cause of the Lord. Yeah, that means that to further the Lord's mission, you can give charity to the TOVP. That is like the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. That is ISKCON's foremost project right now, the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium that is being built. So we request everyone, if they can, even if it is as, even small, even if it is 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees or $100, but give something in charity to TOVP in Mayapur. There are so many ways that we can use our charity. We can give charity to, for feeding the Vaishnavas. You can message us. We can give you lots and lots of opportunities, that are there to, properly in the transcendental mode, how we can give charity. And we are assured that that charity is being used for properly, so that your Lakshmi is transcendental, So that's the...
But you can give charity of books, you can give charity of prasadam, you can
Yes.
offer bhoga and distribute to your friends and neighbors. You can give charity in the form of Lakshmi to different projects. You can give charity of your time. Giving someone time in Krishna consciousness. So charity is just something that you have, that you selflessly offer to someone else.
That is charity. So even, some devotees want to do, give clothes, they want to give, like food, like Prabhu said, prasad. So anything that you would like to give, just make sure that it is, if you're giving food or, prasad, make sure it is offered, then you give it. So the one who is receiving, they are also benefited by that.
Make sure that it's transcendental charity and not charity in the modes of nature.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, this is Madhuvashni.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, I have one question. Like, you're doing a virtual parikrama, Mataji. Like that virtual parikrama, like you'll be showing all the videos, Mataji. Like everything will be like when videos we will see, like which places and all that.
You will see photographs. You will see photographs of the places, and then we will tell you we are walking from here to here. We will describe the surroundings to you. We will describe, so you will be able to visualize when we are speaking, and then you will come there to the temple. You will take darshan. We will speak the glories of that particular place. So that way.
Okay, Mataji. Mataji, regarding that home program which we are doing,
Yes.
like we are inviting so many new peoples also. Like it will take some time for us. Like
Yes.
we want to call them and all that. So I have not included them in the like you have sent that sign up sheet, right? Like I have
Yes.
not included them right now. In the last minute, if someone they joined also, like we will inform that before one day. It's okay, Mataji. Like it's okay. Like
No, that's what I just said. That if you want to, invite someone with the Zoom link and you want like 3-4 days time before your program, please message me so
okay,
that I
okay,
can give you the Zoom link for your program
in
in
advance.
sure,
advance. Whenever you want
sure,
it, I
Then
can
you
give it.
can share it with between the time that we give you and before the program. Anytime you can share it with anyone that you want to.
sure,
So
sure,
even
sure,
1 hour
Mataji.
before, you can share the link to someone 1 hour before the program, and if they can join, that's good. We don't need to
Sure.
really, but just let us know who is the audience, so we can
Right.
speak accordingly.
Yeah, yeah. Just 2-3 days before I will inform Prabhu. That's it. It will not take
Yes.
so much time.
Yeah.
I
Whenever
really
you
want.
want it, if anyone wants the Zoom link, generally we send it 1 or 2 days before. That's generally how we do it. But if you want it early, please message us and we will
Sure.
send it early to you.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah, Kirti wants to ask.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes, beta.
This is Kirti speaking. So my question is, so Purushottam month is a very auspicious month. So, is Purushottam month not even compared to Kartik month? Because Kartik month is also a very auspicious month. It's the Leela of Damodar Krishna. So is Purushottam month like a lot auspicious than Kartik month?
It is said it's 16 times more auspicious. And the benefits that are derived by performing services in Purushottam month, the benefit that we get is millions and millions of times more in Purushottam month than in Kartik. That is the position of Purushottam month.
But of
Okay.
course, Kartik month is so glorious. I mean, that is the month of Srimati Radharani, and so many festivals come, so many wonderful uh, pastimes have happened during that month. So it is definitely very auspicious. But Padma Purana, twice in two different stories, it is emphasized by Lord Krishna and by Durvasa Muni that they've taken the name of the Kartik month. I know it's very surprising, but
Because you see, the
that's what they
reason
say.
also is that Kartik comes every year, but Purushottam month comes only 3 years, once every 3 years. So that shows how special this Purushottam month is.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, beta. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you were saying about home function program. Whether will you record that home function program and upload it in our group? Is it possible to see?
The home program, we'll need the permission of the hosts to do that. So, because it's a very private program. So, if the
Okay.
hosts,
Because I have never seen any home function program till now. So this is the first time. That's why if I am busy with my schedule, I can't come and attend the online meetings. So I can see and all the devotees, puja plays, kirtan, chanting, and reciting the slokas. So what they are doing in home function program. That's why I asked.
okay. Well, if we may request you to personally message us, and I can explain to you everything in detail.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We did receive a private message. Interesting.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
This is Swarnalakshmi Mataji, Tanmay Pranam Srila Prabhupada. Mataji, just want to ask, like, what is the schedule in the home program? If you just explain, like, what we do, what is the expectation?
Okay, there is no expectation from the host at all. Sorry, just a minute. Yes. So there is no expectation from the host. Only expectation is that if you can call your friends, you can call your neighbors, not personally, but over Zoom. Call them virtually to your home. And just be prepared that we will come at that time slot that you choose, and whatever based on the audience that you tell us, we will customize our presentation based on your requirement.
And then
Sure, Mataji.
but the standard program is that we would come start with kirtan, uh, and then we will have if it's a weekday, it's a 30-minute program. So 5 7 minute kirtan. Then for about 20 15 20 minutes we would be describing the glories of Purushottam month, if it is a audience of devotees and things like that. And
Or telling a sweet
20,
pastime of
yeah,
the Lord.
yeah, telling a sweet pastime of the Lord. It doesn't have to be always the glories of Purushottam month. A pastime of the Lord, or some mantra meditation, or something, some interesting topic about soul, about why bad things happen to good people, about meditation and yoga, or a topic that we can speak about is karma. We can speak about so many different topics without from the scriptures, but which are very practical, and without making it too religious or anything of that sort. And then in the end, we will sing the Chorashtakam, and at that time there is a website where everyone can log in and do ERT.
Hmm.
There is a way that you can do ERT on isconcongregation.com.
We will
Again,
share all
we
of
will
that
share
with
all of
you.
that details, and everyone can be in their own homes, log in, and then do the ERT while the kirtan, the ending kirtan is going on. Depending on the audience, the ending kirtan could be Chorashtakam, could be just the Hare Krishna mantra, could be simple Jai Radha
Jagannatashtakam.
Madhava, and yeah, but it'll end with the holy name in some way or the other. Uh, Sweet kirtan, meditative kirtans, and depending on the audience. So this is the weekday, just 30-minute program. On weekend, it's a 1 hour program, and but the virtual parikrama we'll have every day from 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and 6 a.m. India time.
And this
That
will
will
be even on Saturdays and Sundays. Every day, starting from tomorrow, we will be doing the virtual parikrama every single day.
and the private home programs are would be on timings other than this, based on the slots that you reserve.
Okay. Weekend slots are more. We have 1 hour slots on weekends, but weekdays, both the timings are 30-minute slots. We could go for 30 to 40 minutes in those programs.
But basically, it'll be kirtan, lecture, question answer, and kirtan in the end.
That's all.
Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. Mataji, please share that link of this congregation what Prabhuji mentions
Yeah,
about the ERT.
sure. We will
I
definitely
think
share it
tomorrow
in the
morning you're
WhatsApp
coming,
groups.
so
Yes.
we'd like to. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Would like
Thank
to.
you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We have received a message.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, just a second, Anjuji. Just give me 1 second. Someone messaged us. The number is 859-816-2254. So okay. Okay, so we'll make sure that this number is added on to the group. Okay, so we'll make sure of that. Okay, now back. Yes, Anjuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I was just asking, like, you mentioned about having bath early morning when we are having. So, can we take little Ganga Jal in our hand and just sprinkle on ourselves 3 times and say Ganga Ganga?
Yes, yes. If you just take some, while taking bath, also you can just say Ganga Ganga Ganga, or you take some Achman and you put 3 drops and say Ganga Ganga Ganga, or Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Kaveri Sindhu Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. If you just do that, meditate on taking bath in the holy rivers, that is also considered as taking bath in the river.
like I have a habit every morning. I put little Ganga Jal in my Chandamrit, making bath, Ladu Gopal um, have bath.
Mm-hmm.
So I put little Ganga Jal. And then after that, I just take that Chandaramrit after making him bath, just sprinkle on my head. So, and then I take the Chandamrit. So I think that's fine, right?
That is absolutely fine. But you can also, even when you are taking bath every day, in the, when you are personally taking bath, you can also do that. That, so that you are actually it's actually equivalent to taking bath in the Ganga. If you just loudly chant Ganga, 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 Ganga appears.
Okay. And then we follow the same thing, like we do Mangal Aarti and
Yes.
then uh, Tulsi Puja in
And
the
then
morning,
chanting,
which we do every
yes.
day, like 4:30 at
Yes.
time. So that is
Yes.
fine. And then we do the regular puja in the Purushottam Mass. So everything remains the same.
Yes, everything remains the same.
Just we add on with the Chorashtam and that thing you sent to us.
Yes.
And we will just add on that.
Yes.
And after the puja and everything, offering to the Lord, then we can just take prashadam as we will be
Yes.
fasting from tomorrow.
Yes.
So that ways we can do it.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
Okay, if not, we will end here. Thank you all so much, and let's get ready for the Purushottam month ki jai. Purushottam Mas ki jai.
So tomorrow we'll be starting our Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. So please, please do join us, spread the word around, and join all of us. Thank you so much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.